Cake dummies are great for creating beautiful cake displays and using for photo ops. The negative side to this is that after several uses of a cake dummy, you can't help but get nicks, dents, color stains, and just overall damage during the decorating and cleaning process. Now, what if I told you there's a way that you can actually save money by reusing your cake dummies? With my heat shrinking method, you can do just that. For a complete list of materials needed for this tutorial, check out the description box below. In this tutorial, I'll be using a 6x5 cake dummy. I will begin by measuring the circumference of the cake dummy itself. Now you can use the geometrical formula C equals 2 pi radius, which gives you 18.84 inches. However, if you're like me, you're going to want to use a flexible measuring tape as shown in the video. Just to make it a little bit easier on myself, I'm just going to scale it out to 19 inches. Next, I'm going to want to measure the top, side, and bottom of the cake dummy. I need 3 inches of overhang on the top, 5 inches on the side, as well as 3 inches on the bottom for a total of 11 inches. I'll be using a 12-inch wide shrink film heat wrap that comes with a bifold. This means that when I unfold the shrink film, I will actually have 24 inches in width. What I will measure is the overhang that I need on the top and the bottom, which was 11 inches. I have to remember that I will not be measuring with the bifold down, but from the end of the roll towards the roll itself. Once I have the piece cut, I then move on to cutting the circumference measurement. Now keep in mind, this is a bifold, so make sure that you are measuring from the fold now and not against it. Because the shrink film is 12 inches when folded, I need to divide the 19 inches by 2 and I will get 9.5 inches. That means that I will measure out 9.5 inches and make my cut. I am then going to open up the shrink film and I'm going to measure again just to make sure I have a 19-inch by 11-inch piece. Next, I'm going to want to place my cake dummy right in the middle of the 11 inches. I want to make sure that I have 3 inches on top, 5 on the side, and 3 on the bottom. I'm then going to wrap the shrink film around the cake dummy, securing it with a piece of tape. Take the other end of the shrink film and pull tightly so that it stretches out over the cake dummy and secure it with another piece of tape. Sometimes when wrapping the shrink film, it can move around a bit, and I just want to make sure that I have the 3 inches on the top, 5 in the middle, and 3 on the bottom evenly. Now let's go on to the next step. Find the point where both ends of the shrink film meet. Pull the end of the overhang up tightly and lay them down in the middle and secure with some tape. Go all the way around the cake dummy, pulling the overhang up and over and securing with tape in the middle. Be sure to do this on the other side as well. Once both ends are secure, I then begin the heat shrinking process. And for this, I'm going to be using an embossing tool. This particular tool that I'm using has a high and low setting, and for this process, I want to make sure that I'm using the low setting because I don't want it to get too hot and burn my cake dummy. I begin the heat shrinking process on the side of the cake dummy first, and I'm hovering just about 1.5 inches on top of it. Here, you can see how closely I am to the cake dummy and the heating process in action. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to burn a hole in my shrink film like I did in a previous test run, as you can see here. Take this as a lesson learned. Continue the heat shrinking process on the shrink film all the way around the cake dummy until it is nice and tight. Once you are done and you're happy with how it looks, you are ready to decorate. You can use frosting, fondant, ganache, or whatever you would like and decorate just as you would a real cake. The best part is that when you need to reuse it, take it off and you're ready to reuse it for another cake project. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And let me tell you, it is definitely a money saver. Do you use cake dummies? let me know if you tried the tip out. I'd love to hear how it worked out for you.